August 15th, 2015. Good morning, Sudbury. I'm Howlin' Mad Dusty, and I'm going to bring you the news and the weather and all the stuff that kind of matters today. And the first thing that matters today is the weather. Today's weather, 17 degrees, feels like 17. Later on, it's going to be 29 degrees, feeling like 35, so a major heat wave will be in effect. And all Saturday evening will be 25 degrees, still feeling like 30. And then overnight, 17 degrees. On the 13th of August, there was a gas leak at Vale's Coppercliff mine. Measurements in Coppercliff were equal to the ministry's short-term exposure limit. At its peak, the concentration of nitrogen dioxide that escaped from Vale's acid plant in Coppercliff Thursday reached the limit of what the Ministry of Environment considers safe for short-term exposure. In a press conference Thursday afternoon, Jody Kuzenko, Vale's general manager of production services in Sudbury, said nitrogen dioxide levels in the air peaked at 0.5 parts per million at the perimeter of its Coppercliff property. The Ministry of Environment's acute exposure limit for nitrogen dioxide is also 0.5 parts per million, and its limit for long-term exposure is 0.2 parts per million. The substance is brown-orange gas that can cause irritation to the eyes, nose, mouth, and lungs at low levels, and serious health complications at high concentrations. Will you be driving today? Here's an overview of what to expect for Sudbury's roads. Elgin Street. Pipework on Elgin Street at the Elm Street intersection will begin night work from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. from Sunday, August 16th to Friday, August 21st. Access to Elm Street from Elgin Street North will continue to remain closed for 2 weeks. Elgin Street South will remain open and is not affected. Also, paving continues on the Kingsway between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. from the Nissan dealership to Paris Street Monday. Monday to Friday, August 21st, intermittent lane closure will occur, but one lane will remain open in each direction on both sides. I'd like to talk about my little robot friend in space called ISEE-3. Last year, on September 25th, 2014, the reboot team that was supposed to reestablish contact with the space probe had lost contact on September 16th. It is unknown whether the contact can be reestablished because the probe's exact orbit is uncertain. The spacecraft's post-lunar flyby orbit takes it further from the sun, causing electrical power available from its solar arrays to drop. Reduced power could have caused the craft to enter safe mode, from which it may be impossible to awaken without precise orbital location information needed to point transmissions at the craft. NASA suspended routine contact with ISEE-3 in 1997 and made brief status checks in 1999 and 2008. On May 29, 2014, two-way communication with the spacecraft was reestablished, but then later lost. They wanted to bring the spacecraft into lunar orbit, I think, and then try to recover it later, or just try to get it to transmit its data back. But for the lost little space probe, we have a special song to play. I'm Howlin' Mad Dusty, and I will see you tomorrow.
Chose a new path for me, and I left them and you behind. Off to see two comets of the sun. Tell us what you find. Send the words out until they reach the earth, to feed our thoughtful minds. A reminder of where we were, what we sought and still to find. I Something borrowed is somewhat blue. Closer in together, made a team to deliver news to you. We were extensions of your fingers, my companions spun and swirled, spinning at 20 revs per minute. I could never see you around, but I see 3 here and you are not far. Send me a command, let's see if I understand. So you'll go back to rest, won't continue to command. So much has changed since you were not far. Let's go by the moon, by the earth, and return to stand up. So much has changed since you were not far. We are not fragmented like when you left. Time flashed still for me, but my electric carries on. 70s play solar rays, but they keep looking at the sun. Send me a command, let's see if I understand. So go back to rest, won't continue to command. So much has changed since you were not far. Let's go by the moon, by the earth, and return to stand above. Let's go by the